I disconnected myself from my YouTube. Sorry. During that time, I developed a very pretty severe addiction to self-harm. I was actually hospitalized for 4 days, and that was the scariest time of my entire life. The worst thing that I've ever been through. I would never wish that place upon anybody, not even my worst enemy. I was going through a lot, and people had no idea. On the inside, and behind closed doors, behind the screen, nobody really had any idea what I was going through. You know, there is a quote that says you have to lose yourself before you find yourself, and that's what 2015 was for me, was completely losing myself.
I was in high school when this happened, and there was a website that kind of changed my life forever, and it doesn't even exist anymore, I've checked, and it was called Formspring, and it was basically an anonymous asking website. Basically, you just had it for basically just to talk shit to people. It was so bad, but it was such a high school fad. All the girls and guys were using it. I did get a lot of questions about makeup. People just saying, how do you do this? How do you apply your foundation? What products do you use? And they were asking me in such a way that I couldn't really describe through typing. It was a thing that I needed to show them. And so I filmed my routine, and I was like, where can I upload this that, first off, only these specific people are asking for are gonna see it? Because I was very insecure in high school. I wore makeup for a reason. I was covering what I thought was not an acceptable bare face. I wasn't pretty enough without makeup. And so I decided to upload it to a YouTube channel, because that way I could give a specific link to only these people that are asking. I literally didn't even think twice about that makeup video, didn't think it would do anything, go anywhere, mean anything to anybody. And then I looked back on that video a year later, and this is when I was in college, and it has over 1,000 views. It was basically just more girls that had found it somehow, asking for more, saying, this is good, I like this. Eventually, I didn't drop out of college. I kind of failed out, to be honest. And there's honestly no shame in that. I don't really feel embarrassed saying that I failed out of college, because it's not for everybody. I really truly believe that if you have a passion that's pulling you a different direction, I was there trying to get somewhere, and then something was pulling me elsewhere. You know, moved back home after college, didn't work out, and I continued on with my YouTube, and I started generating income through that. That summer I started making money. I just think it really worked out for the better, and I thought that it was a really cool testament to really the whole follow your dreams thing, you know, because a lot of people think without college that's not, you know, really realistic, but I'm living proof that if you truly follow just what your heart is telling you that makes you happy, then other routes will open up. My first job with Maybelline is kind of what kickstarted my whole, you know, way of making this a living kind of thing. They were the biggest brand that had ever reached out to me. I still remember what room I was in when I got the email, and I was talking to my mom, and I was telling her, I was like, they want me to fly to New York and film with them and other YouTubers, and I'm gonna meet other YouTubers, and it's Maybelline, I've been using them for years, and it was just crazy. I was like, this is unreal. So I would say when it comes to my mental state throughout my journey on YouTube is a roller coaster, to say the least. It is different when you have kind of this feedback always coming at you. Most people don't have that. They have the opinions of their friends and family, but not, you know, thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people. Normal people already have the scrutiny of their own mind, their own thoughts. We're already our own worst critic. We already have a bully living in our head. Most of us do. So then you just add everybody else's bully that they have in their head telling them to write mean things to you. You have to take on the wrath of their bully as well. So it is amplified when you're online. I think it got to a point with me that hiding what I felt is what led to my, is what manifested my cutting. So I thought hiding is not the answer. Humans are not meant to keep things inside, and I learned that the hard way. I got to a point where I knew being silent was just not helping anybody. It really just wasn't. It never helped me, and there was a point where I went to a mental hospital, and I was put in a position where I was either gonna sit in there by myself and mope, or I was gonna open up to these people that were also there for a reason. What I learned from that experience was these are just normal human beings. These are just normal people like me. Like, if I could end up in one of these places, then anybody can. And opening up and sharing those stories and hearing that, you know, some of these people just have the most beautiful soul. They just had the wrong thing happen to them, or they made just one wrong choice. And I just realized, like, you know, if people opened up more, if they wore their true selves on their outside, I think like the world would be just such a different place. I learned a lot when I went to treatment about vulnerability, how it is nothing but power. It is nothing but gaining your power back. Being vulnerable is like, it's like the root of love. Like you can't show your true self. You can't be your true self without being vulnerable. The criticism and the hatred is so minimal when you realize the impact you can make by speaking up. It also is a catalyst for other people to open up, to say, okay, so this girl looked like she was perfect, but she wasn't. And that's what I'm trying to do on my own Instagram. I'm trying to make my life look like it's perfect, and it's not. And I can't do this anymore. And if she's okay with saying that she's not okay, I can do the same.
I just am really, I'm ready. Like, I'm ready to set it free. I'm ready to put it out there into the universe, and whatever happens, happens. I feel like right now I'm in the process of ridding subscribers and people, and that just, they're not on board with my change. And I am on board with my change, and I see other people so on board with my change, because I just want nothing but like good, positive things for the future. And I see my channel heading in that way. I want to grow more of a family and have, you know, people that they back me up and I back them up, and it's just a place of love and respect and growth.